Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Grim Fandango with me, Big Cheesy. Thank you everyone who has watched and even rewatched the first half of the two-ish episode that we released. Hope you guys were happy. I'm happy with redoing it. Because yeah, I might have to rename that like 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm glad I redid it basically. And thank you very much, Curse, for like saying the good YouTuber thing. But yes, we're here in Rubacaba in a cafe, and this, if you don't recognize
Mr. Flores, I'm ready to take you now.
Flores.
Manny Calavera, is that you? Didn't you used to be taller?
No, you're remembering it wrong.
I'm here to reclaim that walking stick. I broke it over the head of some hideous monsters in the forest.
I bet you did.
I'm looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar. Well, no one's come through town by that name, and you can take it from me. I, too, am looking for someone. So I watch the comings and goings around here very carefully.
I bet. Is this like one of those cafes where like there's always food in those little windows and you just like go up and you grab a little one or something? I don't know. Who are you looking for?
Well, if you must know, it's about my wife. I got word that she
Are they
passed
still a
away
thing?
not long after
You know
and
what I mean?
that she too was crossing the land of the dead on foot. It is said that all
tiny
lost
little
souls come to Rubacava.
kinda
So
cafe thing?
I came here to wait for her.
You pop like a quarter in or whatever, and the window. Maybe I'm just chatting bollocks. Is that a thing? Is that ever a thing? I don't know if that was ever.
You
a
must
thing.
love her very much, also. Yes, this is true. Of course, she also has all of my money.
Ah, that's what it is it?
I'll help you find your wife. What did she look like? Oh, here. I got this from the DOD and made copies to hand out. Isn't
Nice.
she something? She must have been beautiful with skin. Weren't we all? How do you know your wife hasn't gone ahead of you? Oh, Manny. If she had arrived here first, surely she would have waited for me.
Were you good to each other?
So, know a good place to stay in town? What's your price range? Somewhere around the high end of nothing. Then maybe, young man, it's time you started thinking about a job.
Thank you, Dad.
Can you get me a job here? Have any skills? Sales? Well, that does qualify you for a certain position, but we only have one mop. I'm sorry, Manuel. I've got to get this place ready to open. Right. I'll let you know if I see your wife. No problem. She'll be the one asking for her beloved Celso.
Of course she will. No way she'd be doing something else, would she? Never. Never, ever. I love this bit of the game. Because it's where you kind of get a bit more of idea about Manny, I guess.
Ooh.
Manny starts coming into his own and finds out he can't swim. Or fly, maybe one of the two.
Tourists.
I love the soundtrack.
You gotta watch your step around here, stranger.
Yes,
Rubicon
sir.
ain't the quaint little port town she used to be. Well,
How long ago was that?
Looks
Just out
like
of
there's a
curiosity.
new vessel in town. Pardon me whilst I go check her out.
You go for it, Dockmaster. Thanks for the save. If I don't move, man, he just kind of sits there shivering for a long time. Just like rocking in the corner like I do. Nah, I don't rock. I just cry.
Well, actually, it's mostly stock with a few mods here and there.
I've been looking
So,
at this a
would
lot.
those
though,
be
lately,
glass
like,
packs I'm hearing, or turbos?
I've been looking at trying to, because I do adore this game a lot. It's one of my favorite
There was
games
this
I think
one
I've ever played.
high-pitched whine it was making, really grating noise, you know? And I searched and searched, but I couldn't find the source of the noise until we pulled in here.
Was it the blower?
No, it was Manny screaming in the back like a cat tied to a cruise missile.
That's a good one.
Hola.
Hey, Manny, Dockmaster Velasco here says he's got a place we can dry dock the bone wagon for a while.
Oh, yeah. We can't leave a beauty like this out in the fog, or her chrome will get pitted.
Pitted?
Can't have that.
Did you hear that, Manny?
You folks gonna stay in Rubacava for a spell?
We're here looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
I'm not too good with names. Did she have any distinguishing marks or a tattoo?
Not that she showed me.
Well, like I said, I'm as good with names as you are with the fog.
Funny bugger. You're a funny one.
I might be here a while. Is there any work in this town?
Well, there's lots of work down at the docks, but it's all union work. And I
But yeah,
just don't
I
see
adore the
you
game.
in that
I've been
union.
trying to see if there's like anything else similar by the same developers, and obviously the guys who made it it's LucasArts, it's Lucasfilms and stuff, and but I'm gonna see if I can find something else.
How do you get
by them.
around here with all the
Same
mist?
sort of thing,
When
or
you've
from the same sort
strolled
of
these
period.
docks as long as I have, Pilgrim, you
The game
know
came out in,
where
like,
you are
1999
by the
when it
smell
originally
of the
came out.
sea, by the sound of the lonely foghorn,
crazy.
by the
It's
icy
such a good
touch of the
game.
cold,
Such a good
salty
game.
air.
Wow.
But
Man, could I have an eye patch?
I'm gonna be like
Can I
pinching
just
some
ask,
bits.
what is under the eye patch?
For
Because I
a
know
podcast.
it's not an eye.
Oh, well,
I'm
when I was
not
alive,
much
I had an eye
like
patch like
that's,
this. This one's just
what
for
do
the
they
phantom
say?
pain.
Good
And
writers
that one
borrow
eye
from each
socket
other.
used to
Great writers
scream
steal
like
that
a
right.
banshee when the trade winds blew, so I plugged her.
Hey, Manny. We were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
Sorry, Glottis, God. But what we need to do is we need to take this picture
Ever seen this woman?
and show it to him.
Oh, if this
a
is
girl
the
with
woman
names,
you're looking for,
a
take
girl with
my
faces.
advice. Forget about her. She sailed out of here weeks ago in a cozy portside cabin built for two, and she wasn't alone.
How do you know she sailed out of here?
Ay, ay,
I don't
ay.
believe it.
It's a tough break, Junior, but you gotta face it. Here, look it up in my port log if you want it in writing. 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Ticket for two, paid in full.
Could have just given me
I
that,
cracked the
really,
champagne
couldn't
on the
he?
bow myself.
Hey, Manny.
When I asked
we
about
were in the
Mercedes,
middle of a conversation
You could have just given me the log
Hey,
to look
hey,
through.
okay.
Look, I know how you feel, son. Once I lost a very special
It's like, at
lady
this point, he's
myself.
giving me the
I
log,
waved
so it's
to her
like-
from the docks as she sailed out of port, and I never saw her again.
What was her name?
The SS La Mancha was her name, but don't
Yes,
make
SS
me
La
talk
Mancha.
about her, because I just can't do it.
No problem, Velasco. No problem. Yeah, I'm gonna be like borrowing certain bits and pieces, like definitely like inspiration from Rubacaba, and Amaro and stuff like that. And like, I'm not like outright stealing. I'm gonna revamp it a lot from kind of how it is here to fit into my world and my story and stuff. But at the very least, like I think the place is like. I adore it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's amazing storytelling, and it fills me with so much joy to
Your
be
wife
in
sailed
this
out of
place
here
again.
2 months ago with another man.
Sorry, Celso.
It's all in there.
It's come with proof.
Oh, Manny, is there a greater constant in nature than the treachery of women?
Forget about her, Celso.
Have you forgotten yours? I'm
No,
going
but mine's
after her.
different.
You take over my job here. This mop at least will never let you down. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy too.
And there we go. That's how you get a job. By sending the last guy off after his long lost love. Well, not lost, but you know. Well, actually, no. I guess they're both dead. So. Manny goes from a janitor to this. To the manager, tuxedo-clad owner of a casino. Not bad for a year's work, is it really?
Hey, boss. You gonna come
Hey.
downstairs? I got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this
It's
one.
become dark and
She
aggressive though.
sounds like your type.
Thank you, Lupe. Still remember her. Little sweet.
Well, looks like a quiet night in old Rubacaba.
Serious revamping of this place. And then there's like that figure down there. Walking off into the darkness. What we're gonna do is grab this first.
My wartime communications from Salvador. He's been sending me messages like this for the last year.
Agent Calavera, I have word that you
Agent
arrived in
Calavera.
Rubacaba safely. This is great news, as your service to the LSA may now continue. I am pleased to report the successful hatching of the eggs you liberated. The hatchlings, which Eva has named Manny and Meche, are quite healthy and
Man,
eager to
man,
serve
man.
our cause. With luck,
Nice.
my next letter will be borne to you across the sky by these young gossamer wings of truth. For the revolution, Salvador Limones.
I'm not done reading it
Salvador
yet,
Limones.
but maybe later.
It's beautiful. It's lovely writing. Gorgeous writing. And yeah, so Manny looked at this. Sorry, while he put his head down, because he rigs the
Lady
games if he wants to. Actually, what we will do.
Leader, Barry Monk.
No.
Number 2. 2 is the winner.
I missed it. Could have saved myself some time. I'll explain that later on. And then we can do this. Whee!
Hello, Manny.
Hola.
Hey, Glottis. You look great in a white tux, my friend.
Quiet night, huh, Carnal?
Day of the Dead
is
ain't
Day
good
of the
for
Dead, yeah.
business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little
Some.
bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it. You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Aw, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club. We got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Glottis, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've got to find Meche and help her. Because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Yeah, always the
Well,
margin.
I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
That might be our quote from this episode for the tattoo list. I don't need to practice. I'm good.
Ah, Marillo de Oro. A very fine
Marillo de
liqueur
Oro.
filled with solid gold flakes. Yes, I
wonder if
better
that's a
take this
real
with
drink.
me for safekeeping.
Is that a real bowl? Like a real drinking? Because I'd be tempted to try that, I think. What do we need to do? I need to talk to you, don't I?
Mind
you
if I
are the
sit down,
sneaky,
Charlie?
painful man.
not,
You're
Manny.
slightly annoying.
I mean, it is your club, right?
Yes, it is my club.
Right.
Why are you in it?
So what are you doing in it? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs.
Naughty,
So
naughty.
now I have to come here, Manny, which I love,
I don't.
How did you print
Creepy.
fake betting stubs?
With this. Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Well, aren't you the sneaky
You never
one?
know when this may
Just
come
like
in
that.
handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, eh, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
Yeah.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
When I think of
I
something I
don't need
need,
to spend time with you.
I'm
he
not a
creeps me
wishing
out,
well,
he does.
Manny.
why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines. And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
That's why I'm not getting them.
I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no
Speak for
good to prove.
yourself.
All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
You my friend?
Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets, just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay
You
away
gotta
from my
make it your
roulette tables.
bitch.
That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
Maybe.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
Oh yes, please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
I love the guy's voice. It's really great for it. It's exactly what it's meant to do. But it just makes me want to sock him in the mouth. You know? Like, please stop talking. You know? Right. Let's get a mosey on. We've got stuff to do, people to save, things to do, and a woman to I don't know what. Because yeah. Hey, Lupe. I know I've got to talk to you first, don't I?
I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
Yeah, I knew this is part of the thing, isn't it?
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night.
bless him.
But you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lupe.
It's my
You're
fault
so
she's out in the
sweet.
woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino.
Where
the
is
casino's
home?
hopping. Why
Like,
is
they
it
get to
that
go
all the
back to
people
London
who don't
living or
go home
something?
are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
That I should put on my arm. If you got nothing to go home to, you got nothing
Everything
to lose.
okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order.
How
It's beautiful. I
depressing
can't wait for people
would
to
that
come in
be
and
to see
try
on
the new
someone's
system.
arm?
It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me all the details
feel
about
like
your
we
new
need to-
code check
okay.
system.
Whoever's the first one to
Okay,
watch this,
I
could you
found
put?
all these
Could we
plastic
start putting
tiles
the
in the back, left over from
the ones that I
ottomans,
say this
and
for?
guess what?
Put that's the
They
lines or whatever we'll
all
put into a
have numbers
tattoo.
on them. So
And you
what
put
I'm
them in the
doing,
comments
I'll give
because
one
then
every
when we get to the end of
week.
this
Check the
series,
code
I'll
it,
put them on a
man.
wheel and I will just spin the wheel, see where it
Manny,
goes.
you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
I'm sorry, Lupe. I really
Don't
wasn't listening to
pretend
you.
to care.
Lupe.
No, I want to hear.
Hup, oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
No, please tell me.
Tell me all about your new code check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
Okay, Lupe. Yeah, if you could put them into the comments, just we'll make like a list together. We'll put them on a wheel at the end, and we'll just spin it and see what
Reggie?
happens.
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
And one ugly bird. That's a really ugly bird. Nice ship though. Are they dancing? I wasn't sure if they were dancing or he's pulling her on. I've never been sure of that. Whee!
This gonna be an annual thing with you, Manny?
Yeah, just
Every
once a
day of
year.
the dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish 'em out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho ho! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the
Puerto
world.
Zapato.
Ain't no ships going out that way but the old limbo here.
But nothing. If the limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
Well, you got more to say than that, don't you?
All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship. She's small cargo, son. And every hand
Put me in the
on board
cargo.
works.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it. But
Awesome.
he'd have to get his own tools.
He's good enough to carry me,
if I
right?
get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
The one
Who's
guy.
The one guy who hasn't boarded yet.
God, this one guy.
Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha! Restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now. Except
I imagine
the
it's more
fish is
cooking,
fresher
though.
on the Limbo.
I
What if
imagine
Naranja
Manny does
doesn't
much
show
cooking.
up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chump. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union.
That is
boy,
worse.
and
That
I
is
don't
worse.
mess with them.
So let me get this straight. If I get Glottis some tools,
Then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
and if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
But he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get.
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung? Huh?
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. I better
Funny.
go finish packing.
Funny.
Aye, you do that, son.
The thing, however, I need to get here.
It shone pale as bone.
That's what I needed.
As I stood there alone, and I thought to myself how the moon that night cast its light on my heart's true delight, and the reef where her body was strewn.
Well, that's beautiful. Actually, I've never had that before. I didn't know that was a thing. I accidentally pressed square instead of X, like, because every time I press X, this happens.
Don't have that kind of equipment. Don't have that kind of equipment.
Maybe that is the. I mean, that would have to go on my whole back or something. I think. I don't know if I could get that on my arm. Maybe. Do you know what? Add it to the list, guys. Add it to the list. Where we going? I have things to do. Okay, so we'll go this way first. Are we going that way first? 1, 2, yes. Yes? Yes. I love a blues cafe. I'd love to go to one. There's not really one in Swindon where I live. Like, there's not. It's like there's some bars and stuff. There's not really a good music scene in Swindon.
What are you doing here? This crowd doesn't go much for
That's a
souvenir
cool
pictures, except maybe of Lennon.
Shh! Manny, I'm on a stakeout. I'm gonna prove to Maximino once and for all that Olivia's no good for him.
Still hung up
You
on
do
Max,
that,
eh?
Lola.
Take my advice, Angel. Forget about him. He's a gambling racketeer.
Like you.
Oh, that
I'm a
hurts,
better
baby.
case.
Hey, shh! Here they come.
Is she hidden? Does she think that she's hidden?
For the road.
Oh, ick. Don't let me down, Nick. You're a lawyer. You're not supposed to have feelings.
I don't, but I know a good tart when I see one. Hey, if Maximino sees that, we're going to end up in matching terracotta pots.
Don't be silly. He wouldn't hurt me. He loves me. Manny, at last we're alone. Tell
Hey,
me,
Olivia.
how are the bourgeoisie?
The
Fine.
bourgeoisie,
How's
kitchen.
Max?
Oh, Gramps, don't start.
What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
I'd lay it on you, Manny, but I don't think you'd get it.
Messing around with your boyfriend's lawyer is pretty dangerous.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. You do get it.
Yes,
I'm a
ma'am.
little worried about Lola.
That's because she's doomed, Manny. She fell in love with Maximino. That's the one mistake.
What is wrong
I
with your
never
body?
made.
You think Nick would hurt her?
Only if he finds her, and take it from me. He's not good at finding things.
Do you guys have skeleton sex? Like, how
Open
does
mic
that
night
work?
seems like a big hit.
It always takes those timid souls a while to get up the nerve.
Maybe it would help if you went up there and started things
Yeah.
rolling.
Oh, Manny, read
Is
poetry
it
in
not
my own
just
club?
pelvic bone to
That
pelvic,
would be like this
like, pretty
whole
much?
place was just a big temple set up
Just
to
like,
worship me.
There's no bone in the, you know, there's no bone in the bone.
Oh, come.
Okay. Alive. We slept. Life's just some rapid eye movement. In a warm, cozy bed. Buried. We wake. The flesh dream is over, Daddy. Now that we're all crazy dead.
I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, maybe it works better when you're
That
bone.
was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
Ah, is
A
it
little
though?
dark in here, don't you think?
Dark and cold, like the hearts of men.
I don't describe
You know,
myself as that way,
I'm
but
thinking
sure
of
I put
buying
that
this
on a
place.
bio.
Really? I thought about buying yours for a while, but then I just decided to ask my boyfriend Max to buy it for me.
It's nice.
You can have it. I'm leaving town.
Manny, you sound so exciting all of a sudden. Why are you
I am
leaving
pretty
town?
cool.
I'm chasing a woman I met once and can't forget.
Well, I have a poem I wrote just for you. Pay attention because it's pretty short. Here it goes. Ch ah ah
Fuck you.
Well, catch you later, hep chick.
Keep practicing.
I
that
don't think I
lingo,
got that
man.
when I was a
You'll get
kid.
it.
I never really understood that, but I get that now.
Just a dab will drop you.
Basically,
Hey, man,
feel-
you didn't see me put the secret
Dishwater.
ingredient in these coffin shooters, did you?
Relax. Olivia stole the recipe from me in the first place.
Yeah. She steals from the rich and gives to me to poor.
Isn't that nice of her? Okay. What happens when someone drinks one of those things? I already know. Just I mean, it's not normal for a bartender to stand there and wait for the effects, is it? I know what we'll do. We'll do this. I haven't done this in, I don't think, my playthrough. Ready?
Testing. Testing.
We're ready to rock and roll.
Right. Who's ready to rock and roll? Maybe literally. Okay. So what is up with airplane food anyway?
Is he trying to be funny?
I mean, it's so small and not that good.
There's nothing funny about being dead, comrade.
Life is pain, death is worse.
Comrade,
My funny bone must have fell off in the hearse.
Should I just start with the...
Is there an Anselmo Naranja in the audience tonight?
He's down at Toto's place getting carved. If he's not passed
Thank
out under
you.
a dock somewhere.
Hey, can anyone out there help me get into the Maritime Union?
Hey, we're into organizing labor, not sabotaging labor.
Oh, are you in the resistance?
Anyone out there know where I can find some tools?
The only tool in here is you.
Yeah, I opened
tool of
myself
the
up to that one,
government,
didn't I?
Monkey wrench of the man.
I opened
Good
myself
evening.
up to that.
I like to read a poem. For what purpose? Clam bake.
I don't...
Explosion. Bang.
I don't...
Can it be yesterday? For what purpose?
I'm gonna keep going back to that as my...
I am more than dead. I can't bear it.
I
I am sick.
And in so being, I am the healthy one. The end.
Gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
That wasn't very nice, I don't think. Hey, guys.
Hey, can I borrow this book? Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Morgan?
Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right?
No dice, Cumberbund.
I'm not talking to you.
So, what did you think of the poem?
I liked it. It was sad and beautiful, like my mother.
I despised it. It was too short and said nothing to me, like my father. I had no feelings about it. It was aloof and licked itself too much, like my cat, Mr. Trotsky.
Right. Fortunately, I know what to do with these guys, which is why I picked this up.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys that you remind me of my friend, Salvador Limones?
Salvador Limones is a fairy tale, a spook story the man tells the masses as he puts them to sleep.
Idiot! Salvador Limones is a very real and a very great, great man.
He also writes a mean letter.
What is this? I, Salvador Limones, salute you, Manuel Calavera, a great ally in this noble revolution.
What has Manny done for the last year?
What's he like? Why didn't you tell us you were a freedom fighter, Manuel?
I can't talk about my underground gig, man, where I put the whole scene in Dangerville.
Wow. Heavy.
Hey, I've got a split, so, Viva la revolucion.
Oh, man.
Would you cats mind if I dug on this book for a while?
Knock yourself out, brother.
Yeah. Now that you know I'm cool. I'm cool and get the book. Awesome. Right, now we can crack on with some other stuff. The cafe's awesome though. The cafe's very cool. I like the music. Right, so now we have to go over here and talk to some CBs. But I can't do... Can I do that now? If I do this now... This
cold
is...
one, huh, Terry?
Yeah, it's always cold when you're unemployed, Manny.
Who's unemployed? Aren't you guys in the union?
The union? They don't look after us little guys. They're run by the coppers. And you of all people should know, Manny, that the cops are in bed with the gambling joints.
I'm not in bed with any coppers.
Hey, I run an honest joint. We ain't in bed with nobody.
What about the protection money?
We pay every week. On the nose, through the nose, like an honest place should.
See what I mean? This town is just a big conga line of hustlers, all laughing and dancing and scratching each other's backs.
You make a good point.
If the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
That's a good one, Manny. Did you hear that, guys? He thinks we should register a complaint.
Almost like they think the union won't listen. If the cops own the union, and gambling's in bed with the cops.
Yeah, and then who really runs the gambling, right? Well, no offense, but Maximino is really the big boy in town, obviously. But word is, he gets his orders from some hardcore gangsters in El Mero. Yeah, that fancy cat track is really just a big laundromat, if you get my drift.
Interesting. Hey, can I borrow one of your union cards?
What, are you kidding? You know how much I had to pay Chow Chilla Charlie to get mine?
Interesting. So that's where you got yours. You guys know a seaman naranja?
Nah, CBs and sailors don't mix.
But you're in the same union.
Well, maybe so, but some traditions are sacred there, Manny.
Since you're not using your tools, think I could borrow them?
So,
well, we sold them to feed our families.
We are gonna be ending off the episode soon.
I told you things were messed up down here, Manny. I told you.
Yeah,
Why aren't you guys up there working?
You don't know the deal
next
down
episode,
here
we've got a few things to kind of get done.
If you want to get the jobs,
I'm not
you have
sure
to
how long
pay
we're
the
going to
unions
be in
extra dues. And that ain't cheap. We don't pay.
Probably
and so
2
they put
episodes,
us on
maybe,
barrel
depending on how quick I can get stuff done in the next episode. There's a few things that I want to make sure that you guys understand why we're doing something, and like you guys get the rest of the story like I would. It's the kind of weird trade-off.
You bees are being exploited. You should do something
I know how
about
to do the game. Like you said, the kind of speedrun thing we'll do at the end of the series.
We don't know nothing about nothing except just how to take it on a chin.
That's true.
Why don't you just pay the union off then?
We got our pride, Manny. We're straight stingers.
But I'm going to try not to do that.
Not to mention we just don't have any cash to spare now that we're not working. I mean, it's like a problem.
Surely Manny's got a load of cash. He's been running the casino for the last year.
It makes the problem worse.
Like a catch-22?
Yeah, wow. I wish I knew words like that.
Terry's not so good with his words.
I can't tolerate all this injustice. I'm leaving.
Things just aren't the way they should be down here, Manny. It's like the worker bees. They do all the work, but we can't affect it's like the way that things are produced should be controlled by, I mean, we should, forget it. I'm just like,
I know what you mean, Terry. It's all good. Yeah, we're going to end the episode off there. Thank you very much, everyone who's come to watch it. Like I said, we're going to be trying to get these done, I think, like 2 episodes a year, so we're probably having that 6 or so episodes. Recover may take a little bit longer, maybe 3 episodes, depends on like how quickly I can run around and do some stuff without spoiling any story or missing any story for you guys. But thank you, have a great day, have a great night, whatever time zone you're in, stay happy, stay positive, stay cheesy. Lots of love, guys, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.